You will fly all the way back to me. You don't believe me? Wait and see. Dear husband, our children are no longer our children. How could she begin to tell him? She got back into the rickshaw with the children. Azimpur Kobarstan, she said. The graveyard was dotted with dusk mourners. They tossed flowers on the wet pelts of grass that grew over their loved ones. In the next row, a man with a white cap cried into his hands. Beside him, an old woman clutched a spray of bokul. Rehana held the round palms of her children. Say goodbye to your father, she said, pointing to Iqbal's grave. Suhail raised his finger to his face. La ilaha illallah. Maya, you too. My children are no longer my children. The judge said Rehana had not properly coped with the death of her husband. She was too young to take care of the children on her own. She had not taught them the proper lessons about Jannat and the afterlife. Maya chased a butterfly into the next row. Rehana seized her elbow. Say goodbye to your father. Goodbye, Abu, Maya said, her eyes liquid, moving with the butterfly. Mrs. Haque, the judge had asked, what would your husband want? He would want them to be safe, she had said. Yes, he would want them to be safe. Fairs had said, it's not safe here, my lord. Martial law, strikes, people on the streets, not safe. That is why my wife and I want to take the children to Lahore. Lahore, the garden city with new roads and perfect buildings. It was 1,000 miles away, on the other side of India. Faiz was her husband's elder brother. He was a barrister and very rich. His wife was tall, pouty-lipped and barren. She looked hungrily at the children. Faiz had never liked Rehana. It had something to do with Iqbal's devotion to her, leaving her slippers outside the bathroom door when she went to bathe, pressing her feet with olive oil, speaking only in gentle tones. Everyone noticed. Faiz would say, Brother, you are spoiling your wife. And Mrs. Chaudhary, who lived opposite their house in Dhanmondi, would sigh and declare, Your husband is a saint. Faiz told the judge about Cleopatra. Rehana had taken the children to see Cleopatra. Was Cleopatra a suitable film for young children? She saw the judge picturing Elizabeth Taylor's breasts. And then Faiz told the story about the coin. That 8 years ago, Iqbal had been presented with a proposal of marriage to one Rehana Ali of Calcutta, a young woman from an aristocratic family whose father had lost an immense fortune to bad counsel and even worse luck. Iqbal was already 36. He had a successful insurance business. Why not marry? Why not, indeed? He had tossed a coin, glanced quickly at the result, and gone to sleep. The next morning he sent a message to say he agreed. Rehana had never believed the story because Iqbal was not the type to gamble. He was an insurance man. He dealt in security, the avoidance of accident, the sidestepping of consequence. Perhaps he had been different before he married. Perhaps that was why Faiz was upset. His brother was no longer his brother. She should have burned some chilies and circled them over his head, or slaughtered a goat at the very least. But she hadn't done either. So he had died, sinking to his knees in front of the house one January day, his walking stick rolling into the gutter, his hand over his waistcoat searching for the pocket watch, as though he wanted to record the hour of his leaving her. Maaf kar do, he had whispered to her. Forgive me. And there she was, a widow. Nothing to recommend her, no family nearby. Her parents were dead. Her 3 sisters lived in Karachi. That was when Faiz and Parveen had offered to take the children. Rehana could see them during the holidays. Just for a few years, Parveen said. Give you time to recover. As though it were an illness, something curable, like what was...